This man knows something. Okay? All praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, or Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, fellow brothers, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. I have this video here that I checked out earlier today, just getting around to it. And you got your talk host. I'm gonna play the video in a second. You got the talk host Lionel. He's one of the correspondents. That's on RT. Speaking with the lady here, and he says something interesting. He knows something, and he also spoke about when the so-called UFO report came out. He spoke about how the Vatican knows that the beings that are in the UFOs are angels. So he'll drop certain things. Okay, he appears to be an Edomite. Who knows? Okay, but I wanna play this, and play a little bit after. I'm gonna stop it when he speaks about this certain device, but it will go over your head if you don't understand what he's talking about. He's pretty much speaking in code. He understands the agenda that's coming. Let's play this.
Eddie Chavez, RT.
And joining us now with his legal expertise and I'd add philosophical perspective, attorney and media analyst, our friend Lionel is here. Now, Lionel, a massive outage at AWS yesterday, Robinhood, Coinbase, the Ring video doorbell, just some of the companies and products impacted. Amazon said it was internal issues with their API, app programming interfaces, probably to, thwart any ideas of hacking. They say the underlying issues have mostly been fixed. One, do you buy that story? And two, with so many other companies relying on Amazon servers, what of the issues of antitrust? Has Amazon just, sort of become too big to fail?
Oh, out of the mouths of babes. Now, first, do I buy this? No. Manila, what are they going to say? We don't have any idea what this is. Do you ever go to a mechanic, if you have those? Do you ever have anybody who says, I don't know? I mean, no, of course not. But let me give you this. Let me just give you this hypothetical.
Listen to what he says.
Imagine that I had in my hand something that could give you, I look like Elizabeth Holmes in Theranos. I could give you something for the rest of your life that gives you equanimity, sang-froid, a feeling of being one with the world, and allows you telepathic powers, monitors your health, and allows you to have 10 to 15 more years of productive life. This thing that I'm going to put into you, would you take it? Of course you would.
See, what is he talking about? Well, let's pull up a pic real quick. Let's pull up a pic real quick. Okay. He had his hand just like this. Okay, there's a pic. Give me a sec. I want to try to find, where it's at the side, side right here. See that? This is what he's talking about. This is exactly what he's talking about right here. This is the one. See that? Let's go back. Let's hear what this man says. See? What is he speaking about? He knows the agenda. There's a lot of people that understand the agenda that's going on. They just don't have power to do so. Okay? And they understand this transhumanism. Okay? Let's play from the beginning.
I look like
right here.
Something that could give you. No,
and these are all things that this technology prides itself of being able to accomplish. Give you a better state of being, better health. You're able to telepathically, connect to the web because you're going to be, part of the web because of this device inside of you. It's going to be able to extend your life, keep you safe, keep you out of harm's way from all these diseases, your body will be able to just manufacture the disease. I mean the the antibodies or whatever, or the the medicine within your body.
Yeah, but let me give you this. Let me just give you this hypothetical. Imagine that I had
Imagine.
something that could give you. I look like Elizabeth.
See, look what he told. Look, why is he doing that? Huh? This is the reason why. Okay, right here. This is it. This is what he's speaking about. He understands that. This is what all this is coming. This is what, all this chaos and stuff in the world, all these things that are going on. This man's end goal is to put this inside of you. Okay, and he's speaking about it, but it's in code. It's coded. Let's see what the comment board, if they even say anything on it. And you know what? I've been looking at a lot of these comment boards. A lot of people understand, what's about to go down. That's Eska Punk, whatever the dude's name is. I'm not surprised that's what you get for depending on technology, because there was a big outage, as they were talking about, Amazon Web Services, which they hold about 40% of all cloud services. The internet, basically all these companies are tied to Amazon Web Services, and it went down, and certain of these operating systems went down, like Venmo and Facebook and certain things like that. So let's read this comment again. I'm not surprised that's what you get for depending on technology. We're becoming more and more vulnerable because we're depending on technology for everything. Right? Down here, the next comment, prepping for the cyber pandemic. See, the cyber pandemic. And you can read about the cyber pandemic on the World Economic Forum, in which, just a brief summary, there's going to be a virus that's going to affect the whole internet and every device that's connected to the internet. And a lot of the devices are going to receive a virus that's going to brick them. Like when a cell phone's brick is unusable, right? This is on their website. This is what they're preparing for. Okay, and all these outages are just getting the people prepared. So you can look more on one of my channel. I think GMS Dedication, on me and the Elder Quantum Walk, we go into the cyber pandemic. This is out of their mouth. So the same, like virus that's going around, so-called going around and doing what it's doing, is going to do the same thing to now electronic devices. The whole modern world is way too fragile. So not too many people even knew what he's speaking about.
And Theranos. I could give you something for the rest of your life that gives you equanimity, sang-froid, a feeling of being one with the world, and allows you telepathic powers, monitors your health, and allows you to have 10 to 15 more years of productive life. This thing that I'm going to put into you.
This thing that I'm going to put into you. This is the agenda that's coming. This is what everything is leading into. The charagma. Okay? You see it on your screen. You don't have to believe.
Take it? Of course you would.
And a lot of people are going to take it.
There's a drawback. If something goes wrong for just 1 second, you die a slow and hideous death. Now, what's it going to be? You tell me. That's where we are. Wait till crypto gets hacked. Wait until people figure out how to hack into pacemakers and hospitals and planes and navigational systems. Wait until some nefarious enemy, foreign or domestic, decides how to go after the grid. You ain't seen nothing yet.
You see that? You ain't seen nothing yet. He's telling you. You think that the so-called C-19 and the Omarion variant and all that, you thought 2020 was something. He let you know.
I didn't know better, Manila.
Let's go back.
I did. You wait until some nefarious enemy, foreign or domestic, decides how to go after the grid. You ain't seen nothing yet. If I didn't know better, Manila, I think we're being habituated and conditioned and steeled, so to speak, for the big one that's going to come.
You see? Which she's out of. She doesn't know what's going on. He knows what's going on. He understands, what all this is. What this is, an agenda. Lionel knows something. Okay, when the first thing he said out of the mouth of Babe, so you already know that he reads the Bible. I wouldn't be surprised if he watches the videos. Okay, but he knows something. He said, look, you haven't seen nothing yet. I think that we're being conditioned for the big one.
That is going to cause utter devastation around the world.
Well, right now it looks like everything's run by Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg.
And look what he says. So just look what he says. This dude knows something.
By Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg. So what of the issue of antitrust? Does the government need to step in and break them all up?
First, my dear friend, Bezos and Zuckerberg, these are mannequins. These are central casting, shills, kind of wannabe. Do you think Jeff Bezos?
He's basically saying these dudes are puppets. These ain't Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, guys like that. They are on the low totem pole. They ain't got no money. They're not controlling the government. They're puppets to the elite bankers. Okay, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts. Okay, the elite wicked on the left-hand side. That's orchestrating everything that we're seeing. Okay, and they're preparing the people, conditioning them, okay, to receive this mark. Okay, and he knows that. Let's go back, because she's saying one thing, and he's like, hey, look, you
or
just
Zuckerberg.
Listen.
So, what of the issue of antitrust? Does the government need to step in and break them all up?
First, my dear friend, Bezos and Zuckerberg, these are mannequins. These are central casting, shills, kind of wannabe. Do you think Jeff Bezos? Remember, what Amazon does is mostly cloud service. But you said antitrust. Yes and no. It depends. I know I'm being equivocal, but I'm a lawyer. We're going to have to redefine from the days of Standard Oil and Rockefeller. This is another story. Remember, the number one issue of antitrust...
He throwing names out there, too, the insiders.
Sherman antitrust and all the statutes. Does it benefit the consumer? Is there any consumer that you know of right now who's going to say, I cannot take these Amazon deliveries anymore? Why? Because I want thousands of companies. I don't want just one company I can go to on my app and get everything. No, I don't want that. Of course not. So is this antitrust? Perhaps, but who's complaining? Who even understands what a trust is, much less the converse of it in form of antitrust?
Oof,
so,
you got a good point.
I hate to be... You haven't seen anything yet. You can't even imagine the horrors that are potentially here.
No, I don't...
See, so he understands, according to the elite. I mean, it's really out there. Just like this comment here, it says prepping for the cyber pandemic. I mean, their agenda is out there. They're not hiding their agenda now to the masses. It doesn't, it sounds like fairy tale. But there's people on Earth that understand what's going on. Okay.
As you being a modern philosopher, I'm not saying this in jest. I mean, you and I talk about philosophy a lot. Seeing people freaking out because their Amazon delivery was running late or they couldn't access their music streaming. What does that say to you about modern American society? I think you touched on it at the top, talking about habituating, such as Mark Zuckerberg wanting to take us into the metaverse. But one little kink, and then what?
Have you ever been someplace where somebody can't get Wi-Fi and they just go crazy. You know, Louis C.K., I don't want to quote him too often, but he did a routine one time about somebody who was on a plane who says, "Come on, I gotta wait. You're flying through the air. You don't like the internet. Do you understand what you're saying? We have become these spoiled brats in anything that goes wrong because it's that plus a sense of entitlement. And there are some of us in my generation who actually like this because we remember when we didn't have this. And you do too. But here's the last point quickly. The kids today are born in captivity. This is all they will know.
Look, this is he's seeing it. Okay, captivity.
Oh. And when they pull the masks off one day, and these poor kids have to go out into the real world and try to barter and exchange commercially ideas with other people, and they've never known any other world but this, good God. And then they're going to be the future leaders of the world?
And this is
Finally?
going to, when it's all hell breaks loose and the internet goes down and, you know, these services are disrupted, you know, social media and Facebook and, you know, because your whole life is built around the internet. You know, everybody has a cell phone. People, in, you know, children in kindergarten got cell phones. Second grade, third grade, they got cell phone. Their whole life is on the internet. Okay, all these streaming services, how you know, interact with the world is through the internet for the most part. Okay, you go get gas, the pump is connected to the internet. You go pay for food at the grocery store, it's through the internet. You get delivery service, that's through the internet. So everything is on the internet, and there's a generation that don't know anything else. So basically saying it's gonna be bad. And this is why they're gonna accept this technology here to bring everything back to normal. Okay, it's gonna get that ugly, it's gonna get that nasty. But I'm gonna bring out two scriptures. And we'll just close it out. There's some interesting I seen. Wanted to kind of touch on. I got to it. Got some time. Wanted to share this, but let me find out where I'm gonna start at. Right, Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation. Let's look at this word tribulation. We all know what it is, right? Let's look at this word. That's that word tripes, which means oppressing. Yep, oppressing, press together, pressure. And this is what's going on, this pressure, just like these mandates. More and more pressure is coming. Okay, it's already here. Okay, New York, they came down with heavier mandates right before the governor, he's about to leave office. Okay, so they're pushing more, mandates. You have Europe, France, Italy, Germany, Netherlands, all those countries as such. They got, green passports, and you pretty much are getting, pushed out of society if you don't have what they tell you should have. And the definition of being fully, is changing. You're going to have to continue to, inject yourself, so to speak. Oppression. So, and he said that, metaphorically, oppression. Okay. Affliction, tribulation. As we get closer to the end, more and more oppression on the people. And Esau, see, this is why Esau is now, protesting, because he's being oppressed like you so-called Negroes have. Okay, his little freedoms that he had, that he was comfortable in having, he's now upset that, his freedoms are being taken away, especially out here in the United States, but in Europe as well. Tribulation, distress, straits. Okay, down here in the Strong's definitions, it's anguish, burdened, persecution, tribulation, trouble. Okay, pressure, literally or figuratively. And this is what's coming. Okay, and he was speaking about that. Basically the plans of the elite, what you can bring it out, what you can bring, you could take everything that's going on, you can pull it right out of the Bible. And I guarantee you, he knows what the MOTB is. I guarantee he was speaking about it. Okay. It's something physical. It's not something spiritual. Esau doesn't do things spiritual. Now he does have, witches and warlocks, and he does cast spells and demons. And he does do all those things, but the agenda and the things that he's doing they're physical. He wants to physically put something inside of you, just like he's doing with this juice. He does. It's not a spiritual juice. Okay, he doesn't just want you to be bugged out on Christianity. He wants to put something inside of you. And accept where am I? Yep. For then shall be great tribulation. So we know what that word is: tripes, pressing, tribulation, anguish, distress, persecution, as well, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days shall be shortened. That's why things are moving so quick. We're about to enter into 2022, which Elon Musk said that they're going to be, they're going to get approval, if the approval has not already been granted from the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, okay, to implant, microchips inside people's brains, and it's going to be held as a miracle cure. They're gonna, people that were blind, they're going to be able to see. People that are, that couldn't walk, that are crippled, they're going to be able to walk. It's going to look all bugged out, but still, no other nation was able to do such things like that. People are going to be able to, interact with the internet through these chips. Okay, do some crazy things in these last days. And except those days should be shortened, but the days are being shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, because those things are not compatible with the body. Now, we perceive that this whole juice is getting the body prepared to receive those, subdermal devices. Kind of, we'll see how things, pan out. But that's the, what we believe that could be the, the precursor. It's an operating system. Okay. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So, the days are going to be shortened for the elect's sake, because those devices are not compatible with the human body. Furthermore, the Lord said not to put that into your body. Okay. Actually, we know this one, Revelation 13, but let's go to Revelation 14, because we're going to see in these last, a lot of people are going to be deceived into taking it. Okay, a lot of people are going to be coerced, they're going to be forced, they're going to be pressured, they're going to be, what's the word? They're going to be scared. They're going to be afraid, and that's why they're going to take it, because of the great tribulation that's coming. And these devices that you can just put inside of you, okay, real quick, 5 seconds and it's inside of you. It's all done. Just like, with the whole juice thing. Look, it's just a little shot. It takes no time at all. It's free. We'll come to you. But we're gonna see a lot of people take it because of all these things that are coming on the earth, and they're gonna be deceived. And then it's gonna look like there is no God, because you're gonna be praying these different gods, and God is not going to be there, so to speak, for the non-believers. It's just going to be the devil. Okay, so a lot of people are going to lose their faith in these last days, and this whole juice thing. There's so-called conspiracy behind cutting off a particular section in the brain that connects you with the Heavenly Father. So hey man, we in those times. But let me bring this out. Let me just bring the judgment out of all those who take this thing. This is Revelation 14:8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city. This is also known as the great city, Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon. Okay, which means confusion. And this world is in a state of confusion. I mean, everything, the whole course of the earth is out of, you know, everything's out of course, essentially. Everything's out of whack. Things are deteriorating. You know, the earth is imploding on itself. You know, it's, if the Lord don't stop this man, Esau, as we just read in Matthew 24, nobody's going to be here. He'll literally destroy all humanity and all the animals. Okay? He's even injecting animals. He's been experimenting on the animals. He's been genetically modifying and splicing genes and playing with, tinkering with DNA. So the Lord, he got to utterly destroy this dude. And we're reading about it. Babylon is fallen, the great city. So this place is done. This is a prophecy. Because she had made all nations to drink of the wine of the wrath of fornication. And that main wine is going into this charagma. Okay? As well as all other philosophies that this man pushes out. His science, okay, which is pseudoscience, false science. He's saying that his technology is going to save the world. He has a you know, he has an invention for everything. You know, global warming, there's an invention. Okay, you know, a virus, there's an invention. I can go in a lab, I can put some things together, you know, a bat wing and, you know, a liver of a duck, you know, a fetus, you know, some metal, some iron and copper and silica, and I can create something that's going to help you. So this dude's a witch, man. All right, and all the nations have bought onto it or drinking it because this is a global, you know, agenda, and all nations are, you know, following after this man's science. They you know, structure their society after Esau, Edom. Okay, with allopathic medicines, you know, so-called doctors that practice, you know, pretty much the religion of Esau, Edom, that's Esau, Edom's religion. What he's saying, science, that's his religion. That's where he puts his faith in. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, okay, which this is the beast coming back, the Roman Empire, which America is, you know, the brute force, so to speak. You know, you got the EU, pretty much all the Edomite nations that were once called the Roman Empire, they're back. Okay. America, the UK, the United Kingdom. Okay, you got France, you got Italy. Okay, Luxembourg, Germany. All these you know, so-called city-states that made up the Roman Empire are back now, and they have an image, their system. Okay, their democracy. Okay, they have two political parties that, you know, two opposing political parties. They have a Senate, they have Congress, they have, you know, the way that they structure their government with the different branches. They did that in Rome. Okay, they have so-called presidents or Caesars, which is the same thing. Okay, it's the same beast that had that deadly wound healed. It's coming back and it's deceiving the whole earth. And it's pretty much causing everybody to worship this image, which his part of his image, his philosophy is his science. Okay, it's academia, and receive his mark. So not only do you see people now, you know, worshiping the beast and his image, meaning, you know, well, through this medical procedure, they're worshiping the beast and his image. Because he's saying this is the only way to survive. You have to do this. And he's getting more aggressive in his speech, as the scripture will say he would do. Okay, so you already have people worshiping the beast and his image. They believe in this system and receive his mark. And now he's going to top it off with the mark. This is when the Lord's going to get this guy out of here. When he pushes this mark when because right now he's telling everybody to get this juice, but now in the very near future he's going to tell everybody to get this mark, okay, this charagma, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Let's bring up something real quick. Elon Musk, Neuralink. This is 2 days ago. Elon Musk said Neuralink hopes to start implanting its brain chips in humans in 2022. Okay. Elon Musk hopes, this is from Wall Street Journal. This other article was from Business Insider. This is 20 hours ago. Elon Musk hopes Neuralink will help paralyzed walk again. So he's going to, he's going to show these miracles. He's already working on these things. I know there's a company that's already implanting these chips inside people's mind. They already have FDA approval, but they're not, as popular as a Neuralink. Elon he's like one of those figureheads of this world, of this system. Elon Musk increasingly confident Neuralink implants to cure paralysis will be in humans next. Let's read this whole next year. Okay, and they've already been doing it in animals. Okay, this is a monkey that they put a chip in and had him do things on the screen and shit. So this is already happening. This agenda is already here. Okay, and Lionel, where's this guy at? This guy here, this correspondent, he knows about it. Okay, he knows about it. Okay, he knows about this RFID microchip. Okay, and we know about it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. And this is technology. This is this new age technology. Okay, and we've been speaking about it from our apostle and elder, and it's going to come. Okay, it's going to come. It's coming. It's already here. It says, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine. Let's read verse 9 again. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead. We just read, look, Elon Musk. Brain chips. Okay. There's multiple articles here. See? Elon Musk said Neuralink hopes to start implanting its brain chips in humans 2022. So if you can't see this, I mean, then the Most High just want to destroy you. Ultimately, at this point, that's where it comes down to. It is what it is. If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, and the cool thing about it, those are the two places that this man wants to put it inside. Put this thing inside. In those two positions, either in your head or in your hand. You can't make this up. This is literally right out of the Bible. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, because his weapons of his indignation, which is the RFI, which is the ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles. They're going to destroy this place because of this, because Esau through America is pushing this agenda. All these agendas are coming out of America, that great melting pot of confusion. All these technologies are coming out of America. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So I mean, it's plain to see. I think I got the point. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai Bashem, or Kakadash. Shalom to the elect.